What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with more Dokkan Battle. Now, we do have quite a bit to talk about tonight. There is a lot that is actually coming to the global version of the game. We're going to kick this off with a little bit of news. And of course, I'm going to pull my phone over here real quick. And of course, in all of this, we actually have, as expected, some Valentine's Day events coming. So Valentine's Adventure, Baba's Shop Chocolate. Basically, if we go in here, the 2023 chocolates, just like we got for last year. You'll be able to go in here and exchange for certain items. And there will be an event, if I hadn't backed all the way out, there will be an event where you'll actually be able to collect your chocolates and all that stuff. It's not a huge issue, but it says up to 7,350 heart-shaped chocolates. It's a weird number. Whatever. It can be used to recruit 3 characters in exchange for items at Baba's shop. So basically, go ahead and get your rewards and run through this. These are daily missions starting today, actually. So you really want to jump on this. Like, this literally just dropped about an hour ago as of recording this. So, and it's running literally through next Tuesday. So you got a week to get all this done. So you really want to jump on this and make sure it happens. But the one thing I really want to talk about today, and I'm sure that everybody has been acutely attuned with, and that is the EZA that is incoming for the LR Godku. This EZA is interesting. I think we need to talk about it. But first of all, let's take a look at what he does, okay? This is like the biggest piece of news, okay? This EZA, I don't think we have a drop date on this yet. The funny thing is, we already know that there's like a Battle of God situation happening with Saiyan Day. And I think all this dropped with the data download last night. So this might be something that drops next week. Hard to tell. Don't personally know. If those details do become available, we'll discuss it. But, and also I do need to use my keys and finish up his links. He has been super important in links, but now that's probably going to change. So initially, Goku had a leader skill. Pure Saiyans and Hybrid Saiyans category key +4, all stats 130%. Now, after EZA, that's pretty predictable. It becomes 150%. They add about 20% to the stats. Not world-ending, but it will be a good leader skill, even in the current realm, that you can use in certain events. SA is an interesting one, so let's go into details here. So, the current SA is greatly raises attack, or on his 12 key, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy, followed by greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns, which is really nice, causes mega colossal damage, and greatly lowers defense. Now, someone asked me a while back, how would I handle the EZA? And I would say get rid of the 3 turns here and remove the greatly lowers defense and make that greatly lowers attack. That would be the way I'd handle that key. But let's see what they did over here, because I think they did kind of alright with this. It's not world ending, but it is still nice. So it greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers attack. Very nice. Very nice. Now I'll explain why this is actually probably better than what I was recommending. But nevertheless, U Supers greatly raises attack and defense for 5 turns, causes mega colossal damage, and once again greatly lowers defense. Now, the damage difference between greatly lowers defense and greatly lowers attack is minimal. Like, obviously, the defense lowering doesn't do a huge amount. Now, we do know that we are going to get some opponents here shortly with guard, and that is going to be truly terrifying. And that greatly lowers defense actually may for once come into play. Like, I defended greatly lowers defense many, many, many years ago in this game. And even back then, like, the results were kind of negligible. In this day and age, it's an idiotic thing to even try to defend. So, greatly lowers attack is way better because it's going to make you more defensible in the long term. Now, here's the deal. When you are building a unit out, if we go back to my unit here, you will notice that I actually have him built up for double attack. I've got, what, I think level 22 in double attack. I got a little bit of crit because I do actually would like to see some crits on the, if not double crits, whatever. At least a crit somewhere along the line. The extra action is always going to favor the 12 key. It's a lazy action, and it will try to get off the easiest SA. So, even if you get off a 24 key U super, the extra attack is still always going to be a 12 key. So, remember that. That means that even if you hit with this, you'll lower defense. The second attack is going to hit. It's not going to hit like a Mega Colossal. It'll hit slightly harder, though. Remember, Colossal damage is still weaker than immense damage, so it might help. I don't think it'll do like immense levels, but let's say for the sake of argument, it does an immense level damage, right? But also then that hits them with a lower attack. Hits them with a lower attack. And every single time you raise attack and defense within the turn, it raises attack and defense in that extra turn. Now, I have not read the passive skill, but in this day and age, units like this really need an extra attack. So here's the deal. And I'm really hoping it's here in the passive. I've not read the passive. The passive is going to be a cold read, and I've not read it for this very point. I would really hope there'd be an extra attack in there. If that is the case, remember that's attack and defense for 5 turns, and attack and defense for 1 turn, and with that extra action, that gives another attack and defense. That's a triple stack on that turn. Only rolls over to a single stack on the next turn, but that becomes a quadruple stack going into the next turn, and a quintuple stack, a 5-layered stack going into the third, well, let's say the third turn, technically the 5th turn. But nevertheless, like, you get the idea. Every single time, it just gets heavier and heavier and heavier. Plus, you're stacking the lowers attack each time. So you get 1 U super to regular colossal damage supers. That's double lower attack and lower defense. The lower defense is going to be crazy, but that greatly lowers attack is going to be amazing. So, let's look passive, because I would really, really, really hope that would be in there. Man, remember the day when the passives like this looked really long and cumbersome? Not anymore. Attack and defense plus 77%, key plus 1 up to 5. Defense plus 11% up to 55%. And pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans category allies self-excluded on the team. So in other words, you get key 5 for basically having 5 hybrid or almost guaranteed just about whatever team you run here, you're going to get key 5 and 55 defense out of this. Rare exceptions. High chance of evading enemies' attack. Very nice. Number 1 reason I yet used them. I hope that becomes a higher percentage. Including super attack and performance critical hit for 7 turns from the start of a turn. So really, you don't need crits in him. But if you pass the 7th turn, it is what it is. Frankly, I forgot that the crit was built in there, so honestly, I could probably go take that off of my build, but that's Dragonstones I don't really want to mess with. Plus, if you get past the 7th turn, you might actually want that. Nevertheless, let's look at the passive skill for the post EZA. Okay? Key plus 2, attack and defense 100%. All right, already off to a good start. Plus an additional attack 50% when performing U super. Very nice. Plus an additional key plus 1 up to 5, and attack and defense, not just defense, attack and defense up to 11%, up to 55% per pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans category ally. So that's already really, really nice. Self-excluded once again, whatever. An additional key plus 3, defense 50%, and a high chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack. And performing a critical hit, for 10 turns from the start of a turn. That's phenomenal. That's real. So really, I actually would be good to go take critical off there. In fairness, though, I think I could go put that in evasion and actually would increase his evasion stat. So yeah, honestly, it actually might be worth a couple of Dragonstones. I think it would be 10 or 15 Dragonstones to remove the critical that I have in here. Plus, I've got one of the Infinity Orbs that has critical on it. So removing that critical would actually be, I think, worthwhile ideally. This is a really good EZA. Medium chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack, starting from the 11th turn. This is one of those things that I think I've seen people criticize on Twitter, and I'm like, why? I mean, he's literally getting a level down evasion. Let me read this right. High chance of evading enemy's attack, including super attack, and performing critical hit for 10 turns from the start. Medium chance of evading enemy's attack, including super attack from the 11th turn. How often do you go to the 11th turn? Why is this? Why are people criticizing this? It's like, just in case you go into that 11th or 12th turn and in a really, really, really hard event, you still get evasion. And usually by that point, evasion is pretty much nullified. Is it just me? I don't see the reason to criticize this. Whatever. The EZA is really, really, really good. I don't believe that any link skills or anything like that were changed. Categories will always be the same. Let's see. Link skills are Godly Power. Yep. Warrior Gods. Yep. Super Saiyan. Yep. Kamehameha. Yep. Over in a Flash. Yep. Shattering the Limit and Legendary Power. So yeah, link skills do not change. So for me personally, I need to go upgrade this link skill and get rid of that crit. But by and large, a fantastic EZA. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm pretty blown away by this. I think this is going to be phenomenal, and I'm super hyped. Like, comment, share, and I'll catch you guys for the next one.